I don't know, man. I guess we're just gonna do this again, huh?
I don't want to.
I mean,
I don't want to.
the people demand it. No,
Yes.
not once.
Not once.
Not once did anybody demand that. We do it for the people.
It was. I just wanted. I wanted to play Final Fantasy.
I mean, that's what it started as, right? We just wanted to get together and play Final Fantasy. I don't know when it turned into this monster.
I don't think I like Final Fantasy anymore.
I think I'm gonna swear it off. I don't even think I'm gonna tell anybody I ever played these.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Nah, I don't think.
Actually, I think I'm gonna just get rid of anything that's related to Japan.
All of it, right off.
All of it,
right off.
All of it.
Thing.
I'm writing off the entire country now.
Nah, well. So, anyways, I mean, how was your day? Day all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, just another.
I've been, owner's been out of town for 10 days, and I've been doing all of his job and all of my job, and just employees are really fucking up.
Really sets the tone for this whole thing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Got a new hummus the other day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Too much lemon.
Too much lemon. See, I hate that.
I was hoping it'd have more garlic.
Hummus has got that. It's got a balance, you know. I actually just had some hummus.
It was like a lemon sorbet.
Ew, that's barely hummus.
And certainly not hummus.
Oh.
So, what about your day? How was all that?
You know, classes 9 to 5 and editing for the internet, I guess.
Glad I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah. Suckers.
Yeah. $35,000 of debt.
For what?
Get it tattooed across my forehead like Jared Leto.
So you can diddle fish.
Yeah.
It's
love to diddle a fish.
Yeah, fish diddling. All right.
So the weekend at least.
Yeah, I mean, where everybody's working for the weekend.
I was working for Final Fantasy, but I don't think so anymore.
No. Dream is dead. Hey, welcome everybody. Good evening and welcome to Talking Tonberries. Hey, I'm your host, Cooper IRL, and this week we do have a special show. We got a little bit of a format change. Instead of us jumping right into the final recap of Final Fantasy III, my guest, Amar Hefka, and I are going to take a trip down memory lane with the previous recaps of Final Fantasy III and give you our thoughts on the experience of playing that garbage fire. After that, we're going to be premiering the actual finale of Final Fantasy III, and finally, to top off the Talkin' Tonberries for this evening, we will reveal our rankings for Final Fantasy so far, and hand out some superlatives for Final Fantasy III. But first, I do want to give a quick shout-out, a big thanks to our sponsors tonight, Sid's Airways, Goldar Sachs Investment, and Salty Boys Brand Salt. We'll hear from them a little later in the show, but before we get started, let's bring out Amar Hefka. I think he's already hanging out with us. Hey, there he is, Mr. Marhefka.
Hey, Coop, what's going on?
Oh, man, it's another day. It's another beautiful day in Talking Tonberries.
Oh, my God, I love Final Fantasy. It'll never end!
Living, laughing, loving. I can't get enough of it, man. There's just joy. It brings me such joy.
There's nothing better than Then Shigeru nope, that's not him. That's the Mario guy.
That's the other guy.
Yep, I forgot his name. Anyways, hey, let's I'm gonna go watch that first recap and see how get our thoughts and feel see what we were thinking.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So let's relive it. Why not? They were some of the best weeks of our lives, and I think it's worth having a little look back on Final Fantasy III. I will give a quick warning: don't try and adjust your dials. The first couple of recaps have very bad out of sync audio and video, but hey, the jokes are still there. Just don't bother looking at our mouths. Just
nah. Just watch the game.
Yeah, you don't want that anyways. So without further ado, let's go back to where it all started. Shall we, Marhevka?
Yo, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey everybody, this is Final Fantasy with Friends. We're idiots. Welcome. What have I gotten myself into now? You have been chosen.
Okay.
There are others who share your destiny. You must seek them out. I don't understand.
It was pretty simple, you fucking idiot. I hear you're going on a journey. News to me. This dance is so bad. Is it supposed to be sexy? Oh, I'm completely flaccid. Let me tell you about your current job. Loser! Unemployed. Griswold, you must treat your mother the very best you can. She is not your birth mother. Whoa! I didn't know that.
What kind of Mari Povich shit is this?
You must understand that your meeting with the crystal was not happenstance. It was the crystal's will. You have been chosen. A traveler came to me carrying a newborn child. A little teeny tiny baby looked like a peanut.
Oh god, the children of the corn.
Hey, Lupin, what's going on?
Oh no.
I'm not a coward, but I know I have to be stronger. Well, I guess he's dead, the Lupin boy. Ah, there he is.
Lupin, it's me, Griswold. Don't be afraid.
I want to show everyone that I'm not a weakling. You'll take me with you, Griswold, won't you?
If that's what you want.
Oh, jeez, that's exactly what I wanted, Lou. Howdy there. Shit's the name. I'm from Kynan. I got a curse cast on me along with these other folk. Ain't that a trip and a half? Shay, if I lent you my airship, do you lads think you could help me in these other saps? Oh, wow, right into the airship. Okay, here we go.
It means you're the blacksmith's daughter? You have to help us make a mithril ring.
I can't make mithril rings. Wait, I know where we can find a ring. My father forged a mithril ring for King Sassoon. He should still have it. Let me go with you. We really get to the airship this soon? The Djinn curse has befallen us all. I'm counting on you and your friends, Dingus. Banish the Djinn and save us all.
Dingus has joined the party.
Prepare to meet your doom, Djinn. Yeah.
Alright, bye.
You cannot escape the ring's power now, after we've slapped you with a sword a couple times. What is happening? Dingus!
You four have been chosen to be the warriors of light, the bringers of hope.
What is this weird tingling?
You've been blessed by the crystal's light.
About fucking time. Now we must cleanse the ring in the blessed spring, and that should lift the curse. Let us hurry inside.
Yay!
The curse should be lifted now. You should go speak to Father. Warriors of Light, you say? I was a warrior of lights once back in college. I'm shit. Creator of the airship. I'm all famous, you know. I'm super humble. I'm guessing you can make better use of my airship than I can myself. Say, Taka, we were thinking of busting that rock and nail with the airship. A mithril sounds feasible. Wait here and I'll smith you one in no time. Sounds like it's going to be an interesting journey. Now let's go break that rock. Just so I can go
That started it all, man. That was that
We were so young, so naive.
we we thought that we were just going to make friends with 4 orphans, grab ourselves an airship, and save the world.
Save the world, and we got there eventually. But man, what a weird way to begin the game with the rubber band curse.
Yeah, the Jin's curse that turned everybody into I don't even know what that was supposed to be. We just called them rubber bands.
Right? Yeah. They were just outlines of people. I wonder if it would translate better if it was in the original 8-bit, but
Maybe.
maybe.
Other than like, I guess they could have done it as though they were shadows. Like that's the only other thing I can think of.
Maybe, I don't know. I definitely was really hopeful going into this one.
Yeah, God, me too.
And I think that might have been the difference between 2 and 3, was that I was dreading 2 and I was hopeful for 3, and then they kind of really ended up enjoying 2 and then really ended up not liking 3 at all.
God, it fell flat.
We got to see Sid. Sid's awesome.
Sid in episode 1. I mean, that's a pretty good way to start it. Again, the 4 orphans, the Jin, and Sid. Pretty good way to start a Final Fantasy.
Well, do we want to see where things started going downhill?
Oh boy, it goes
Very
downhill real quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna barrel through these because I think we're ready to play Final Fantasy IV. So again, here's
Whoa, spoilers.
Oh. So here's episode 2 where things start to get a little squirrely. Your microphone! Oh my God!
I'm going right for the boulder.
Oh, so much for that airship. Phew.
Where'd the airship go?
Way to go, Marhefka. You blew it up. Sid literally watched you blow up his own airship, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
I know. You probably want to get your hands on a new airship. Well, I'm the man for the job. But unfortunately, I've got to plow with my wife. But I want to see this wife now, though. Where is she? You've all grown so much.
In the 4 hours that we've been together?
See that lamp on the wall? Push it. Push it real good. Push it. Push it real good. That young lad Dash bought the last mini scroll off me.
He said he needed it for his huge dong.
Oh, Dash, my beloved Dash, when will you be back? God, I can't wait to meet Dash. Yeah, you got me. I have the biggest hog in this part of the continent. Here, why don't you take this? It's a scroll for the magic spell Mini. I've lost my memory. Sure, it'll sort itself out somehow. Dash sucks. Welcome to Toads, friends. We're teeny and you're weenie. Oh, goodness, see? You're the itsy to our bitsy. Oh, this is awful.
You look like capable adventurers. If you manage to defeat the dragon, our best ship, the Enterprise, is yours. A statue of the Nepto dragon? Hey, one of its eyes is missing.
We can probably squeeze in there if we use many.
Ooh, look at this rat boy.
Squee! Who you be? You no take shiny squeak. Oh, thank God. Dingus just face down in the dirt. Get up, Dingus, you're drunk. 10 hours later. You put the missing eye back in its socket.
Oh, thank God.
You have done well, warriors of light. I will bestow upon you the Fang of Water. Just stab yourself with it. Nothing bad will happen. A wink.
As promised, the Enterprise is yours. Take it and sail forth, young heroes. May the wind guide you.
I'm gonna go find that hidden valley.
Ranch.
Thank you. The settlement in the mountains west of Castle Argus is said to be inhabited by people who can see into the future. I'm the elder Too Cool. I'm too cool for school. Hello, child. I'll give you a prize if you run around the edge of the continent on a chocobo.
There we go. Well, good work. I mean, work. Here's your prize. You son of a...
What? Alright, I gotta see what this gnomish bread does. Okay.
Yous are in the Gulgan Gulch.
Oh no.
We Gulgans are born sightless. These are the crystals. I'm sorry. When the balance between light and darkness is broken, it will give birth to an unstoppable force that will destroy the world.
I, Medusa, will destroy this tower in the name of our Lord Zande. Prepare to die. Look at the doofy face.
This is gonna come down to the wire, man. Oh god. Or it won't. One last cast. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
You love to see it. Dish, don't get too close. The fire, I think it's going to blow up. I finally remember everything. I am the guardian of this tower, an ancient, as you call us. It took me forever to remember my task.
You underestimate my power. Don't try it.
We must go onward to the Dwarves Island.
I miss Final Fantasy 2. The first time I met Mrs. Shed, she was a passenger on my airship. It was love at first flight. Get it? From Shed. This episode of Talkin' Tonberries is presented by... It's a bright new day, and you should take advantage of it with Shed's Airways. The world is your oyster, which Mrs. Shed likes to eat for an evening of vigorous lovemaking. Embark with us on the new luxury airship, the Enterprise, as we see the magnificent sights like the sprawling city of Sharonia. Or maybe a trip past the majesty of the Crystal Tower. Mrs. Shed says it reminds her of Shed's Tower, if you know what I mean. If sightseeing isn't your style, then you can enjoy 5 decks of relaxation, entertainment, and fun for the whole family. Such as joining me at the bars, I take jello shots out of Mrs. Shed's navel, or the fucking massage parlor. Reminds me of Cancun all over again. Let's not forget the world-renowned cuisine. Our chef and restaurants can satisfy any palate. Casual to fine dining, vegetarian to carnivore, all is available on Shed's Airways. My personal favorite is eating sushi and charcuterie off of Mrs. Shed's naked body. If you're looking for fun, adventure, and luxury, join us in the sky with Shed's Airway. And remember, when the boats are rocking, Shed's are knocking. Boots, that is.
Oh, hey, really want to thank Sid's Airways again. God, can't wait to get on one of those cruises. That just sounds like a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, no, I sure love the food.
That's what I'm most excited about.
Right.
But hey, Final Fantasy III, man, we should have known right off the bat that that this second playthrough, that this game was going to be a dumpster fire.
Well, it definitely let us know early on that we were under-leveled. When we got to the mountain, and the guy, even the guide was like, yeah, just run away from everything. It'll be fine.
Right.
Like, I feel that really set us back on the level curve, which is more of a level wall than anything.
It's definitely a wall.
But yeah, even back then, we were getting fucking smacked down by the giant rat, or like I have affectionately began to call it, the regular-sized rat, because we were many at the time.
Rodents of regular size. Yeah.
Rodents of regular size, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But not only that, I mean, it wasn't in the recap, but we immediately crashed the first airship that we got. Sid gives us an airship, and then we immediately crash it, and then the mission is to get another ship.
Oh, well, we have to go get the Wheel of Time from Shed's best friend, the King of Argish, and like it is never really mentioned again until we actually do it. Like
Right.
The next episode, I don't remember.
Instead, they're like, hey, by the way, there are a bunch of Vikings over in this cave, and apparently they're the worst Vikings in the world because they're like, just take this ship. We don't really care anymore.
Yeah, right? It's like, man, we're not into plundering anymore. That's so 2000 and late.
I wanted to be 2008.
Nah, boy. Other than that, having was that the first episode where we actually got to use the new jobs?
Yes, we did. We did get the new jobs right then and there.
Yeah, classic Black Mage, White Mage, Thief, Monk,
and I guess
and the other one, the Knight Fighter, whatever.
Yeah, Warrior, whatever it is.
Warrior, yeah.
It was good stuff. It still felt pretty good. And I said it a little later where it was like, in a Final Fantasy game, you should be able to play any party that you want. Like, I do like the really classic
any party composition, yeah.
Right, and I really do like the classic one warrior, one black mage, one white mage, and then the wild card, right?
Yeah, wild card, like Monk, in Final Fantasy 1, that was like just doling out the fucking damage.
Right, exactly. But as we learn a little later in this game, that is not the case.
No, well, I get it, like, doing specific bosses that that need a little bit more of like, oh, you need to use this guy, but don't fucking make me do 10 random encounters before that character's even viable.
That was one of the worst parts of this game, is that the punishment for changing classes was way too much.
Right, and especially when we were such behind the curve on leveling that 10 random encounters took forever, and we're punishing our resources.
It's a long time, and
also at this point we didn't have money to buy anything.
Oh no, Gil was very scarce in this game.
Right.
It's not until we get a little further that the Gil really started to roll in. But yeah, they really made it really challenging, like right off the bat, where even if you just wanted to see what the abilities of the other classes were, it was like, hey, I'm going to switch from Freelancer to Black Mage. And then it was like, oh, you know what? I actually didn't want this character to be a Black Mage. Let's change them to a Thief. And then instead of 3 battles, it was 7 battles or 10 battles. And
10 was the max, but I don't remember if there was a formula or if they stacked or something like that.
It seemed totally arbitrary.
Right.
Ugh.
We met Desh.
We did meet Desh.
Sucked. Mm-hmm. He was a fuckboy with a huge hog.
Yep. And totally ghosted his bedridden girlfriend. She was so distraught over him being missing that she didn't get out of bed for weeks. And he was
he killed himself.
And then he killed himself. So
yeah. And we never saw him again.
I think that's something else to talk about maybe after this next recap. But the extra characters, our sidekicks, you spent no time with them.
Well, it was a concept, and Desh was probably the one we spent the most time with.
Right. And then
But for the most part, everyone else was like a one and done really quickly and left no impact.
And then he immediately jumps in lava. So
I'm speculating. I'm wildly speculating, but I was flipping through the Dark Horse Final Fantasy Ultimaniacs 1 through 6, and the Amano art for 3 is either there is not a lot of it, or they chose to add the remake art and then took out Amano art. But the drawing for Desh is even lazy. It's just purple.
It's a big purple cloak with a tiny head on top.
Right. And I was like, One thing. So one of the reasons 3 never came out in America was because it like released the same year that the Super Nintendo released, and they were like, well, there's no fucking point. So because everyone's going to be playing Super Mario Brothers World.
Right. Yeah, they weren't really going to compete with it.
Yeah, that'd be basically like, and I imagine it was much more expensive to translate localized games back in the 80s than it is today.
Yeah. No, I think
Still
you're right.
expensive, but the return was probably lower.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think that's fair.
We want to see what happened after that?
Yeah, let's keep this gravy train rolling and see what happens in episode 3 of Final Fantasy 3 with friends.
Lally ho! We're a bit little, but we're in big trouble!
Oh, jeez.
The rascal Gutsko made off with a horn of ice.
Go away! Scat! Skittle! Skabobble! The horn is mine! Mine, I tell you!
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, woo, woo.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Let's see. Does this guy say anything, or is he just gonna dip out? Oh, yep.
Obtained the Horn of Ice.
He vanished. Anyways, let's bring the horn back to the dwarves.
Lally ho! Thank you for returning the horn. Put it back on the shrine beside the other.
Ha ha ha! I was disguised as your shadow. Thanks for leading me up to the shrine.
How'd you do that? And why do you keep stealing the horns in the first place?
You silly twits. These are the horns of ice, wards against the fire crystal's flame. Now that I have them both, the power of the crystal of fire is mine. The greatest thief of all... Nope, sorry, wrong character.
Lally ho no! Now both have been stolen. Please take the horns back from him.
All right, here we go. It's our boy Gutsko.
I have the power of fire. I can feel it coursing through my veins. But it's not enough. I must defeat you.
Round 2, Gutsko.
Whoa!
Yeah, no, this sucks.
This-
I feel like the bosses have been a lot harder in this game. Right?
Oh, God!
Dingus, save us. Oh, nope. Oh, nope. Not gonna happen. Oh, God!
It might behoove me to reload.
Unless you pull out something clutch.
You said it!
That must be the fire crystal. You've been blessed with the power of fire. You are now consumed by flames.
Wait, did you really order me a fucking beaver
Hey, how about
plush?
shut your mouth? There's a cutscene happening. Where are we?
We have been imprisoned. Let us investigate the vicinity.
This castle is the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein put a curse on it.
I am King August, the king of an empty kingdom. You must defeat Hein.
Hein was corrupted by darkness and obtained great power from it. And still he hungers for more. It's too small! We come on and be able to get through that unless we shock ourselves!
I love this evolution of Lupin.
Ah. Hey, little guy.
The power of darkness. I will rule the world.
Time to die! Lupin can carry this fight. Just keep everybody alive.
Again.
Ice Storm. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Whoa! An earthquake? The walls, they speak.
I am the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein had put a curse on me to do his bidding. Now it is time to return. Where are we? I am back where I belong. Thank you for your help, young ones. Here, take this.
Obtained the
So
Fang
wait.
of Wind.
I will now sleep until the wounds that Hein inflicted upon me heal themselves. Were we inside that tree the entire time? For 1,000 years I shall sleep. Young ones, you must leave this floating continent. Rude. And go to the world of darkness, the surface world. You must make haste. If you do not go now, it will be 1,000 years until you may go again. What?
Goodbye.
Who's talking now?
And good luck.
Goodbye, goodbye, and good luck.
Good luck. The bosses in this game.
So I think what that episode showed was that we were definitely behind the level curve,
Mm-hmm.
but it felt to me like we were always on the edge of losing, which is way more exciting than just hitting A to win.
It's really exciting. It puts a little more gravity under what you're doing. I mean, these four orphans who, you know, just found out that they were warriors of light. You know, they're struggling.
Yeah.
And I think,
but definitely by the time we finished the game, we realized, oh no, it wasn't that the bosses were hard. We were just underleveled.
we were very underleveled.
Yeah.
But I
That
think
probably. Go ahead.
I think this is where I started to realize that so much of this game was weightless.
Mhm.
I mean, like I don't even remember going down to see the gnomes. It was like, and the tree of life is just kind of thrown in there. Like so many of the settings and bosses in this game are just weightless and forgettable.
Well, there's no setup that the thing floating in the sky above the desert is the tree of life or whatever it was called.
Right. Nobody in the overworld mentioned anything about like, hey, kind of weird that there's a giant floating tree over the desert, huh?
Well, there's not even an establishing shot after you get knocked out when we got taken to the tree.
Right. It's just hard cut.
Yeah. And boy, oh boy, man, I just imagine little baby, 6 pound, 8 ounce, Tetsuya Nomura playing Final Fantasy 3 with all this darkness talk and be like, one of these days I'm going to make a video game about darkness. And that's
Right.
how we got Kingdom Hearts. It was all because of Final Fantasy. Not really.
Not really.
I thought, but I could imagine him like, man, they talk about darkness a lot. That's
Well, it's canon now.
It's canon. It's canon. Fantasy 3 is why we have Kingdom Hearts.
But you know, I know that usually during these games we would talk about how you have a lot of experience with Final Fantasy 14, and I have zero experience with Final Fantasy 14. Really, anything after 10. But the idea that these villains like Hein, who is such a cool like boss design, is kind of lame in the game. He's there and then he's gone.
Yeah. No build up, no nothing. He doesn't. At least even Borgin in 2 had at least a couple scenes.
Oh yeah.
Where he showed up and got away and was like, "Oh, we'll get him next time."
You know, he's working hand in hand with the Emperor and the Dark Knight, and they set him up to be a villain before he's a villain. But a lot of these bosses are just like, some dude came and stole the Horn of Ice. You should go get him.
Right. Well, that's very Final Fantasy 1 in that way, I guess. But, like, because, you know, you walk into, Dirt Town or whatever it was called, and like, oh no, the vampires yucking with our yum, so would you deal with that, please? And that's pretty classic, even, you know, Dungeons and Dragons of, like, welcome to this town, we have a problem, will you solve it? But, you know,
it's not
after 2, where they kind of built up a little bit, you know, the Emperor was talked about, and Borgin was talked about, and then eventually you got to fight him, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, but otherwise it's just like, hey, welcome to the Living Woods, here's Hein.
Yeah.
Like, what
here's
was he
the King
doing
of
up
Argus.
there? What was his whole point? Like, some of the villains have a purpose. Gutsgo wanted to steal the Horns of Ice so that he could withstand the power of the Fire Crystal. So they
then obtain its power and turn into a ridiculously dumb-looking salamander.
Doofy dragon.
Duh.
And so, like, some of it is set up, but it's all really quick. It's 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, and then some of them just get dunked on. I mean, like,
right,
Hein.
like Hein wasn't mentioned. Like, Zonde got mentioned, what, last episode or this one? I can't remember.
I think this episode, yeah.
But yeah, no, like, Zonde got built up, and that was pretty exciting when we finally get to see him. But other than that, no one gets built up to. It's just kind of like, here he is, and then there he goes.
Funny thing is, we're definitely about to see more of them as we watch some more of these recaps, and some of them, again, just so easy, like the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
Yes. What that means.
Dark Souls.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, let's do episode 4.
Let's do it.
Thank you, young ones. Your brave actions have brought peace to our kingdom once again. Take this with you. It is the Argus family heirloom, the Wheel of Time. My dad said there's not much time for me to find a woman. Bring it to Sid and Kanan.
This must be what Sid needs to build another airship.
The Wheel of Time. I'll turn your enterprise into a brand new airship. Oh, yep. It's done. Now you'll finally get away from the floating continent and back to our own world.
Our own world?
Hey, what do you mean? Gosh, it's time you knew the truth. That was the sound of my penis. You four and I are not from this world. Time for some backstory, children.
A hot dump of exposition.
10 years ago, I was flying my airship, Till. We had crashed and things were aflame everywhere I looked. The only survivors were you four. I don't know what happened to our world after the doctors came. But you must go and find out. I hope they've reached the surface all right.
Oh. Hello.
Who are you? Where am I? Who am I? Please, you must bring me to the water temple. Alright, join the party. Great.
Yeah.
So our next stop is the sealed water crystal. Yes. I'm loving all these really interesting characters that will inevitably die and I won't care. You must merge the light within you with the one within the water crystal. Then time will flow once more. Look out!
Arya, no.
It seems luck was on your side today, warriors, right? I am the Kraken, tasted. Tasked by Lord Zonde to steal the light from the crystal of water.
Oh my god, it's so
Well, I guess that incantation didn't. Oh!
Yeah,
Arya.
The crystal has regained its true light.
Arya has blessed you with the power of water.
Promise me you will banish the darkness.
No promises.
Arya!
Sucks. Warriors of the light. It is me, Hadyadaya. What? You must seek out Doge. He is the only one who can help you defeat Zonde.
Ooh. God damn it, Griswold. Where am I? What's that all about?
We thought we were warriors from the legend. But I guess we weren't. Eh? Who are you? And what do you want from old Delilah?
We should ask her about her levygrass shoes, and why she lives down here in a pile of poo.
Turnip squeeze, bashy bazooks. Thank you for what? I do not believe it. Here are their shoes. They're filled with poop. Here, catch. They're explosive.
Obtain the poopy grass shoes.
I went out.
Now we can cross the bottomless bog.
It ain't hard to tell.
Ranger, you will not take my crystal. Instead, you will be take a sound thrashing.
Well, there's Goldberg.
Oh no, look at it, he dead. Stay away! If I can't have the crystal, neither will you. Ah! Alright, cool, we got our ship. That's... Whoa!
Oh, what happened?
Obviously, a cannon shell disabled our engines, you idiot.
Hey, tell her this. This boy thinks he's a prince heir. Ha 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 ha. Stop that!
I am Alice, son of King Gorn and rightful heir to the throne of Saronia. I need to get back into the castle and convince my father to cease this nonsense.
All right, yeah, Prince Alice.
Prince Alice? Please, rest here for the night. Your audience with the king is scheduled for tomorrow. Good night.
What? You putting me to bed?
What has happened to my father? Why would he expel his own son? Do you think he doesn't love me anymore?
Oh, damn, what the fuck? Alice, it is time for you to die.
Father, what are you doing?
Just kicking that. Yeah, what are we doing? What are you doing? Why did you stop? Kill him now!
Father! Father!
How? How did you break my spell?
Rehab.
I would rather die than hurt my son. I'll just skip to the part where I kill you all.
Oh boy, you've got a lot of...
Oh, never mind. We board the ship outside the castle. Remember, it's called the Nautilus. It's a fine ship, but it'll probably crash immediately.
Yo, who dares trespass inside the wizard's Doga Manor?
Oh God.
Goopo, goopo, goopo.
Oh god.
The Bognet strikes back.
The one who is summoning the darkness into the world is none other than Sunday. You must escort me to the cave of the circle.
Lady Uni is asleep in the shrine south of Saronia, protecting the world of Dream, Goopo.
I will cast a spell on your ship so that it may travel underwater. Fabio Nivo whatever.
What?
Head south from Saronia. And the temple is where you will find Noah's loot. It is a magical loot whose timber will reach even into the world of dreams. Your task is to wake Uni and obtain the ancient ship known as the Invincible. Oh my god.
I took Shid to a village called Gishel. On our first date, I rubbed Gishel greens over her naked body.
There isn't much to do there, but they sure can grow some great tasting veggies. And nothing tastes better than on veggies. And don't you tell me women aren't into that. From Shid. This episode of Talkin' Tonberries is presented by...
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there behind my mini stacks again. I'm Gola, founder, CEO, COO, and CFO of Goldar Stacks Investments. I am incredibly rich. Look at my golden eagle. I don't even know how he flies after I gilded him. You ask, but Goldar, how did you get so incredibly rich, handsome, and popular, surrounded by all your paid gods, who are also covered in gold? Simple, smart, lucrative, and totally legal financial planning, which we can provide to you, our valued Goldar Sachs customers.
I took out a life insurance policy on my father, the King of Saronia, just in case the two armies he pitted against each other realized they could join forces and kill him instead of each other. He ended up killing himself, so the policy wasn't paid out. My kingdom is broke, and I'm sure my people are going to kill me.
Alex sounds like he was happy with his investment, and now I own the majority of Saronia. Let's see about one of our customers who chose one of our low APR loans.
Goldar Sachs told me that I could make buku gil on my own airship instead of crashing other people's. With the incredible interest rate, I couldn't make the loan payments and the Enterprise 2.0 was repoed. I will never be able to recover from this.
Speaking of satisfaction, nothing is more satisfying than that new airship smell. I'm going to teach my gold-plated bear to fly just because I can. And remember, like we say at Goldar Sachs, bring us your sacks of gil, and we will make you as rich as Goldar.
Hey, big thanks to Goldar Sachs Investments.
Oh
Man,
boy, I lost a ton of money using them.
tell you what, my credit plummeted, just like every airship in this game.
Speaking of plummeting, I think our Goldar was our roadblock. Like that was the one that like really pushed us over the edge of enjoying this game, or from not enjoying the game.
Yeah, that was the first one. I mean, we barely scraped through the last couple of bosses, and when we got to Goldar, the whole Goldar's manor thing was just taxing.
Well, that whole section was like we uncovered the world of darkness, and as soon as we do, we all pass out. And the motherfucker had chained up our airship, which I have to say, if Goldar hadn't chained up our airship, we would have not had to gone and killed Goldar.
Right, like
so, like because of a prophecy, he was like, the 4 warriors of light will kill me one day and take all my riches, and it's like, great, I will keep them here.
Right, yeah, like you could have undone the prophecy by just not chaining up our ship.
You could just not.
You could have just not.
You just, and then let's talk about the 4 old men.
Oh God, do we have to?
Was that funny, or could that have been funny if this was still an 16-bit sprites, or were they just so off-putting?
I think they were. You know, it may have been a little better if it was the original. Because it's not even like they tried to change any of the sprites; they just copy pasted them.
Right, but I'm just like I didn't like looking.
They were gross. They were gross looking.
Yeah, and none of the joke wasn't funny, and the music was that was the worst track in that game.
Oh yeah,
the jaunty little tune.
Yeah.
It didn't like it, but yeah, we had a little, Brokeback Saronia.
Yeah, Brokeback Saronia moment. That was weird, and I don't even think it hit us until after we were done streaming that night, where it was like, wait a minute, was Alice and Prince Alice and Lupin supposed to be like, together?
A thing? I mean, I don't know. I'm like pro it if so, but at the same time, it was like, again, it was like they were trying to connect these characters, the 4 main characters who originally had no personality, and connect them to the assistant members of the party. Because Arya died, she was with us for a whole of maybe 15 minutes in game and never had any dialogue. But Griswold has this big moment of where, like, Darth Vader, no!
Right, Arya!
Right, I'm like, okay, but why though? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then we'll see a little later, but, they do have some sort of purpose for the end game, but she just didn't.
Yeah.
She, like, bye, peace, she's dead. Very weird. And I wonder if the Prince Alice and Lupin thing was just too scandalous for the time.
You mean 2006 when the game was remade?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, yeah, I guess it could have been. I don't know. It was just like there was nothing about Lupin's character of being a coward that would draw him. I guess because Alice is also a bit of a coward, kind of.
Right. Yeah, I think
maybe
that
like
is their connection.
Both of us together will
At least we have each other.
One coward and another coward, and put them together, double cowards.
Power couple.
Power couple, yeah. They're gonna rule Saronia for hundreds of years. Anything else happen?
No, I mean that was really
yeah,
about
the airship being taken away from us twice. Again. It felt really, really, what's the word? Contrived.
Yeah.
That Goldar took away the airship, and then the ship got shot down in Saronia. It's like, why give it to us in the first place?
Right. And I remember we were just exploring the world. I think you had gone to a couple different towns trying to see if they had any good items, equipment, armor, and then you happened to fly over the kingdom of Saronia, and it was just like, all right, well, there goes another airship.
Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, that airship we just got back from murdering the Gold Man. All right, cool.
Thanks. Really had a lot of fun with that one.
Right. Well, you know what would be really fun? Watching episode 5.
Watching episode 5. Let's do it. We are moving right along through here. So enjoy episode 5. This is where things get real squirrely. I think this is when we realized that we were in trouble.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Final Fantasy 3, it's not the best one. See, you guys all think that I'm a fucking loser on here playing Twitch and everything, but I used to be a beach bum.
Yeah,
I skipped class. I got out, I went and hung out with girls on the beach. That's what I was doing.
Noah's lute, the legendary lute sealed away within time, begins to sound a quiet song that reaches deep within your heart.
I feel like we've heard the sun like a dozen times already.
What is happening?
Uni, a guardian of the dream world, at your service. Ho ho ho! We have to go get in the Invincible, don't we? The ship, it's in the ancient ruins to the north. So, what are we waiting for, eh? Let's go.
You think her and Sid go to the same haberdasher?
There's one last thing, the Fang of Earth. To get it, though, you'll first need to find the Invincible.
Where am I going?
Let me handle this.
Alright, Uni. Damn, girl.
Come on, don't just stand there. Shut your stupid fucking mouth. Doge calling me. I've got to go.
Uni, are you there?
Remember, go to the Cave of Shadows. What do you mean, remember? No one told me about the Cave of Shadows before.
Not once. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like a dead end.
It's not. And a lot of them are going to be dead ends. Alright, or that one literally was the dead end. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was the one that was the dead end! I didn't say that out loud!
Oh, wait, is this what? No. Maybe I'm stupid.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck this game.
It's so tedious.
Welcome to the Salt Stream.
All been salt.
Please stop. This game is just a big lie.
I want this to be a game. Like Monty Python and the whole. Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Like, is there a trigger to multiply enemies, or is everybody just fucking crazy?
I heard that some monsters will divide and multiply if you attack them normally. We found it! Your thing!
Who dares break the eternal seal?
Is this who I think it is? Oh, no. Not him.
Yeah, friends call me Heck.
Anytime now.
Yep, sorry, orphans.
Okay.
Knocked his soul right out of his body.
We have to go back to Dogamana. I can't wait to see Edie and Doge again.
Alright. Time to go see Doga.
It is time for Uni and I to give you what we have prepared. We shall await you at the end.
I hate myself and I hate this game.
Oh boy, do we have some fresh mail?
Ooh, from Sid.
Oh man, when you were babies. Oh.
So, you for sure were a handful when you were toddlers. Miss Sid could barely handle all of you. But there's a different way than she can't handle me.
Oh, God.
Y'all turned out okay in the end. Or at very least, you're all toilet trained. Unlike Mrs. Shit. She still shids everywhere. From shit.
That's why we play this game.
It's getting real bad at this point, right?
It's getting rough.
I noticed something that it didn't really occur to me before. When you are playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and you have that moment where Zelda is telling you your quest, what does she tell you to go do specifically before you become adult Link?
Ooh, you put me on the spot. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'll answer then.
Yeah, go ahead.
She asks you to get the 3 sacred stones will lead you to the sacred realm.
That's right.
At no point in this game did anybody say, get 4 fangs to get to the final boss.
No, never.
Like, there's none of that. We are collecting them for no reason whatsoever. They're being thrown at us, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm sure it'll come up later.
Well,
it sucks.
Well, and you get the first 3 before you can even hit the roadblock, and we didn't hit the roadblock, but to get to the Ancient's Maze in the Crystal Tower, or the Circus Tower, you have to go through these 4 pairs of statues, and that's what the fangs are for. If you hold the 4 fangs, you can walk through all the statues, but you already have the first 3 before you can even run into that area of the game.
First 3 by the time you leave the floating continent.
Right.
And then once you get your airship, you could go right there and then be denied entrance until you beat Heck. 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 Yeah, more time with Uni this game. Yeah, it was Uni. Boy, howdy. Well, what's the dream world?
Would have been cool to figure more of that out, huh?
Would have been real cool if we heard a little bit about what that was and why she was protecting it from the darkness or the void. I don't remember. They kind of use that interchangeably.
Yeah, it would have been really nice to understand why she was asleep, who put her to sleep, what she was doing there.
No. We know that. Sorry. You stepped away. She's the protector of Dream World.
Oh,
what is
right.
Dream World?
That's right. Whatever you want it to be. Moving on. Like that.
Moving on.
Like
Yep. Hey, don't ask questions over here. We gotta go. Gotta go do some stuff.
Right. Like that's exactly what happens. So like they just this whole game is just kind of ushering you along. Like go on. It's okay. Don't no questions.
Right. Anything else happen in that one? Oh yeah, people. This has come up a couple times. I feel like people in town warn us about a monster or a boss that will do something, and you kind of got to prepare for it. Like in the Shadow Cave, it was like, oh, don't attack them directly or they'll split. It turns out like that monster only appears. I don't know. It never did. I did a little grinding, and that monster apparently appears in the sunken cave. Never showed up.
Never showed up.
Never showed up. Didn't
never
see it
became
once.
a problem.
Nope.
Not to mention that at one point in time, was it in Falgabard? There were.
It could be in Fromblefast. For all I know.
Bringing back Fromblefast. There were like 2 caves and I'm pretty sure it was Fromblefast with all of the Dark Knights, and there were 2 caves that you could go through. And everybody kept talking about, like, hey, check out these caves. Like, you gotta go to these caves. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Go to these caves. Wasn't even the right cave.
No, it wasn't the right cave. That wasn't the Cave of Shadows.
No,
the Cave of Shadows was, like, on another fucking continent. Oh, and, oh, God, just gonna sit down and have a bitch sesh. the fucking maze, the unnecessary maze when you have invincible, and you gotta go over the mountain,
Oh, God.
and then move 2 panels over, and then go over the mountain. Like, was that fun? Who was that for?
It was not fun. I don't think it was for anybody. And I know I've mentioned this before, and I don't have a very strong argument for it, but a lot of the mechanics in these games feels like early excuses to make the game longer.
Well, yeah, that's it. What remember, 3 is an NES game, but there's something to be said about making a faithful remake, which they chose not to do the minute they gave the 4 main characters names and backstories.
Yeah.
So there was no if you're gonna change that, just make it 1 mountain range you have to hop over.
Right.
Don't make it 12.
Right.
And then like, oh, I got lost. Took the wrong turn. It's like that. It's not like the Lost Woods in Zelda where it's kind of a puzzle.
Right.
You know,
that's
where
a
you
great
can get
comparison.
punted. You know, you're trying to avoid the enemies and trying to find the right pattern and stuff. It's you just go over this one. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I guess I'll turn around and then another. Okay, it fucking sucked.
It really sucked, and it wasn't even a well-formed maze, because you saw in the recap there were the first 2 mountain ranges, and we took the one that's very clearly a dead end, and like that's not how you draw a maze. Like, the start point on the maze doesn't immediately end with a dead end like an inch over. Like, it was just poorly designed.
It wasn't fun. It didn't feel like it was designed for fun.
We were definitely getting real salty at this point in time, really over the game as a whole. And luckily, man, we pushed through. We did it. We persevered once again.
With no amount of cheating whatsoever.
No cheating at all. It didn't.
I'm surprised no one called us out in that last episode, but let's see what happened in that last.
Yeah, let's see it. This is the world premiere, kind of. It's already on YouTube. This is the finale of Final Fantasy III. We're gonna be done with this game. We're gonna talk about some of the superlatives after this, and stay tuned for our last sponsor at the end of Talking Tonberries.
Yes, everyone, like if you're thinking about leaving, hang out just long enough to see that last sponsor.
Don't do it. The last sponsor is probably the best sponsor that we've had so far. So hang tight.
Oh my god.
Enjoy the last recap of Final Fantasy III.
Do you just ever want to pour panko breadcrumbs straight into your mouth?
Yeah, sometimes.
Cool.
Good, you have come. We must now make the key to Eureka whole once more. Listen to me very closely. We've spent about 10 minutes in-game with you. Don't get so clingy.
Doga, Uni, we can't fight you.
Put him up!
If you do not defeat us, you will die.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
That's not what was under that hood the whole time. Doga, no!
I'm okay, I'm just taking a nap.
But don't worry, even if our bodies are lost, our souls will still remain. Now take this! Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
Oh,
Did not restore the party.
That's real bad. God damn it, man!
Ooh, flare. Ugh.
Yeah.
You should be able to play any Final Fantasy game with the party that you want. Yep, great. Love this game. Who f***ing made this game?
Okay, giving it another whack. Okay, cool.
Jesus!
God damn it, man! Oh!
complete.
Warriors of the Light. Zonde is using my power for his own evil purposes. He is trying to engulf this world in darkness once again. The circus tower was created long time ago out of solid light. Warriors of the Light, seek out Zonde in the circus tower and stop his nefarious plan.
Jesus, we look stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh, gee.
Fools, those who see their reflection in that mirror become afflicted by the curse of the 5 worms.
Joke's on you, I've already got worms.
Can't move. Worms, so itchy.
Only 5 souls who possess hearts of pure light may break the curse of the 5 worms. I will go forth and find the 5.
Dingus? In danger? You must take me to him.
Griswold's in trouble. You don't have to ask me twice. One trouble after another, eh? Sure.
Lupin is in trouble. Then I will go with you.
It's time for us to save the day then! You can count on me!
What is happening in this game?
We will hold off the worm's power quickly into the mirror.
Nice coat, man. Fucking, oh, God.
Great Admiral Thrawn! It was you all along!
I admire your persistence. But you come too late. The darkness draws ever so close. Once you are gone, eternal life will be mine.
Aren't you already ancient?
Die.
Damn.
Okay, Zonde looks pretty dope.
Zonde is a really cool design. Oh, shit. Speaking of ruined...
Go! But my death will not change a single thing. The cloud of darkness is already here. Darkness will prevail.
Oh, man.
It was looking like a vacuous asshole. We are the cloud of darkness. We shall engulf everything in our shadow, and both light and darkness will return to the void. We shall start with you.
Make it sound like it's gonna be a one-on-one battle. Cool. Particle beam.
Particle beam.
Oh,
Dope.
shit. Oh, shit!
No!
Come on, guys, hold on.
You must not give up. Our souls are yours. You are our only hope.
Good luck, nerds. You are trying my patience. We will devour your power of light and use it to return this world to the void. Alright, now we're at it.
Oh, let's beat this game.
I'll leave one in the one in the chamber. Are you serious?
One in the chamber, huh? Marhefka.
In the beginning, there was the void. Then there was light and darkness, and then everything was born. But life gave birth to something unique, a shining force that divided the light and darkness and illuminated the world. A force called hope. What? What? Are you kidding me? A time will come again when the balance between light and darkness is broken, and 4 will be chosen to restore it. Do not forget that what gives the 4 their power is hope. Hope inside each and every living being in the world. Dreams, despair, love, time will consume all. God, dark. You must find the one last speck of light. The one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope.
The darkness has gone, and a new dawn has come to the world.
Please just a meteor strike the floating continent.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Is this literally the end of the game? Jesus Christ, Finn. That's it, man. We did it. It's another one in the books.
Cloud of Darkness was cool.
Cloud of Darkness was pretty cool. Even Zonde at the end was kind of a cool reveal and a cool character design.
But his end game or his battle sprite was cool. I realized Grand Admiral Thrawn was not the Star Wars race I was thinking of, but I can't remember what it's the bounty hunter from season 2 who stole all the younglings. Cad Bane.
Nailed it.
First try. Yeah, man. So much cool was at the end of that game.
Right. And it's
usually a lot of games like front load the cool.
Right.
This game was backloaded cool.
Yeah, to get you hooked, to keep you going. And yeah, it's a real shame that it waited until the end of the game to kind of give you these big punches, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing I really freaked out about is, like, I really love the cornerstone or the topper at the end of the game of, like, this really nihilistic, like, hey, guys, everything's going to end one day, but we should hope and, gather together and move forward. None of that was in the game.
No.
Like, hope wasn't mentioned once, as far as I know.
Not once, not never.
And it was just like, it just almost had this, like, air of, like, oh shit, we gotta, what was the theme of the game? Hope? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Hope's a good one.
Yeah, write that, somebody write that down.
Did it, get it out!
Yeah, it felt very late stage development, where it was like, how do we put a nice, pretty bow on this to make it feel... I didn't really get it as much as you did, like the nihilism of it all until the end. And to kind of just tack on that little tagline of, like, by the way, always look for that little glimmer of hope. That's what keeps us going.
Realize that, the sun will eventually expand and consume the earth, but hey, until then, don't let your world fall to darkness.
I guess.
I guess. The vacuous asshole of the void will always come for all of us.
The vacuous asshole consumes all.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just want to touch on it again, and I hope that I'm not speaking too soon, but I think we are past the weightlessness of these Final Fantasy games. The decisions, the characters, the story.
Knock on wood on that one.
Yeah, knocking on wood, but I mean, it really was. Everything just felt so weightless. Like nothing that we did really mattered. The enemies and their evil plan, the bosses, Goldar, Zonde, or not necessarily Zonde, Hein, Gutsko, the Jin even. Like none of that mattered. None of them. They were just there for us to fight.
Right. Well, you're definitely addressing, like, the villains of it, and yeah, they were just roadblocks, and not really cool designed roadblocks. And maybe it was just like a problem with the translation from the 2D models to the 3D models.
It could have been.
Because at least in 1, yeah, there was no build up to Kraken, Tiamat, Leviathan, and Merilith. But you knew there were 4 fiends out there. It's very video games. Like, you must defeat the 4 evils before you can beat the final evil.
Well, and they felt better in Final Fantasy 1 because they had, like, speaking lines. Like, the characters interacted with them. It wasn't just like, big old stompy foots, let's fight.
I think we interacted more with Gutsko than any of the 4 fiends, but... I think everyone else had that kind of same thing. Like, here I am, I'm the bad guy, let's fight.
Right.
Like, okay.
Very weightless.
But at least there was build up to the fiends.
At least there was
the build up was in the fucking opening scroll.
Yeah.
The land died, the wind stopped blowing, the fucking water was bad.
Well, again, it gave purpose to the crystals, which is something that we will see in the later games, where it's like the crystals are important. The crystals are the Earth's life force.
Yeah. And then also in this one, one of the crystals explode. There is no repercussion for that.
Nope, nothing.
Yeah.
Where I mean, we'll get there eventually, but games like 5, when something affects the crystal, it affects the world, and that's the whole point.
I believe even Janet says, like, I hope the world will be okay. Yeah, it was fine.
It was totally fine.
Good shit. Yeah.
And guess what?
We did.
They do this in a couple different Final Fantasies, and it is again, just to kind of build on your nihilism point. They try and make them kind of cyclical at the end, where it's like every 1,000 years this shit's gonna happen again.
Yep. You know, the imbalance is coming, but until then, hey,
you know,
enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy that life.
Every 10, 10, 12, 15 generations or so, like you just go ahead and live your best life. And much like the Warriors of Light appearing every 1,000 years to stop a great evil, I hope I don't play this game for another 1,000 years.
No. If we're gonna go by our criteria, replayability is zero. I'd never want to go back.
Absolutely zero.
There is one situation. If they do a 8-bit re-release of the original, I might go check it out. Otherwise,
that might be worth
I'm not revisiting the ugly. You know, this art style works okay in Bravely Default, which I believe still has the same as. I don't know. I'm not going to talk out my ass, but I think the same studio that made Bravely Default made the remake of 3.
Gotcha.
I need to double check. Don't quote me on this. I'd have to look. But other than that, it's ugly as shit.
It's terrible.
I didn't like it. I really thought it was unpleasant to look at.
It's terrible.
Especially the 4 old men.
We were so excited at the end of 2, and we were like, yes, finally moving on to Final Fantasy 3, and boy howdy, that smile faded just a couple hours into the game.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about the heroes. Like, everyone sucked.
Everyone sucked. I guess
Desh, Arya.
I guess now is
the 4 main characters. Oh, except for Shid. Shid was the best.
Shid was the best.
And
really, I got real bright on my screen here. This would be a good time to talk about the superlatives. I mean, let's do it. Let's hand them out. Let's knock them out, and not ever have to talk about this game again, other than how bad it is. But we've already started on one. We're gonna give out the Warrior of Light Award, which is the best character.
Yeah, it was Sid.
It's Sid.
Sid all along.
He gives the most exposition. He gives the most context of the whole story. The whole, it was him taking the airship to the surface world, and the airship blows up, and all of the orphans' parents die, and then he's around for all of this.
Oh. Question. So, if the Warriors of Darkness beat the Light 1,000 years ago, you know what? I don't care anymore. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, it's Sid.
It's Sid. Warrior of Light, best character. It's Sid. Let's go right to the next one. It seems easy enough. The Gordon Award. Gordon from Final Fantasy II, who's going to represent the character that we wanted to die the most.
Yeah. Just the one we hated the most.
We have an 8-way tie, I think. Yes, you heard me right. An 8-way tie for the character that we wanted to die the most. It's the 4 main characters and the 4 old men.
Yep. It's they all suck.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Totally weightless. Didn't give a shit about any of them. I had no investment in these characters.
Yeah. If they had all died, and when they did all die, I was like, oh, good. Well, this is over.
All right. Yeah. Great. Now the Joseph Award, which we give to the most devastating death, again from Final Fantasy II. The most devastating death.
Our boy Joseph.
Our boy Joseph. Justice for Joseph.
Hashtag justice for Joseph. Don't search it.
The most devastating death, I think we had a couple different ideas here, because there wasn't really any hard and fast death in this game. Like, Arya dies.
Arya, and that wasn't devastating. So I think we settled on one, right?
I think so. Go ahead.
It's the airships.
Yeah, it's all the airships. All of these like beautiful creations, and of it's one of the coolest parts in most of the Final Fantasy games. When the airship is revealed and you gain control of it, it's this big uplifting moment. You got this big swell of music that usually comes with the airships. And in this game, they were they were disposable.
It was like a fucking Coke can.
Right, and we went through, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different airships?
Okay, we had Sid's airship, and then we had the Enterprise.
Which is then turned into the Nautilus.
No, the Enterprise got upgraded into an airship.
Right.
And then we got it taken away from us by Goldar. Then it got shot down over Saronia. And then Saronia gave us the one that could go underwater.
Yep.
And then we got the Invincible. So, like, basically 6 different ships, all in all, kind of, or, different kind of ships.
Right. Now, the only other note that I had here for the Joseph Award was Doga. Because...
Right, well, I voted for Doga because I like Doga's voice.
I really liked Doga's voice. I really liked... I liked the guiding principle of Doga and being like the wise old man who's going to guide the Warriors of the Light and then bringing everybody back. But guess what? He didn't die either. Like,
yeah, he was fine. He was through most of the the ending of the game. It's like, our souls will always be with you. That's not Doga's voice.
Like, they didn't even bother changing the sprite after death, because it was like, even when we die, our spirits will be with you, blah blah blah. And then they just show up in their regular ass bodies. So yeah, most devastating got to be the airships.
Airships.
And then the big award, the Crystal Award, the favorite part of the game. I couldn't come up with anything better. And I think you nailed it, man. What was the best part of the game?
I forgot what I told you because I was driving. What did I say?
It was the nihilism and hope at the end of the game.
Yes, the ending, like, not joking, the ending was the best part of the game.
Yeah, and it is kind of an easy joke, right? That's low-hanging fruit to be like, us beating
right, it's
the
like
game.
when it said Finn at the end.
But really, it brought a little more weight to the scenario and the story itself. And again, it kind of wraps it up with a nice, neat little bow where it's like, hey, every 1,000 years this kind of shit's gonna happen. So just don't give up on hope. It'll be okay. Believe in it.
Absolutely. We did we skip best villain?
Oh yeah, we sure did. Yeah, the Chaos Award.
Yeah, mine is regular sized rat.
Yep.
Best villain.
The rodent of usual size. However, the 3-way tie for second place I have written down is Hein, because what an awesome character design, what an awesome boss design. Shame that he didn't really have
Skeleton Matador.
Yeah, shame that he didn't really have anything to do with the rest of the game. And then of course Xande, who is talked about a lot in the game, but like a lot of the other Final Fantasies, he's just the puppet for the Puppet Master, which was the Cloud of Darkness.
And Cloud of Darkness looked real cool.
Real cool. Real cool. Good fight. We skipped over it in the recap, but there's this whole deal where we got smacked down by the Cloud of Darkness because we just ran in head first like a bunch of fools. And you actually had to go and destroy 4 more bosses that had the original Warriors of Light trapped inside of dark crystals, which gave the Cloud of Darkness its strength.
Right.
We kind of barreled over that a little bit. It gave a lot more context to the story, and it worked. It worked with the Cloud of Darkness.
I think that's all she wrote.
I think that's it, man. The only other thing to do.
We're gonna Talking Tonberries is done this week.
Talking Tonberries is almost done. We have, and I'm rolling out this old janky graphic. We are ranking all of these Final Fantasy games. We're playing 1 through 10. We're going to rank them, our favorite to our least favorite. It's not about the best or the worst. It really just comes down to our opinion. Don't at us.
Preference, yeah.
But really, it is the Final Fantasy Comprehensive Ultra Complete Knockout Ranking List. That's right. You read that right. And here we go. It looks a little something like this.
Oh, where's Final Fantasy 3 gonna go? Yep. If you want that, I got that. Oh no. It sucked.
Worst.
There is only one game that may be able to be worse, and that is
Final Fantasy VIII.
8, maybe 8.
Maybe, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to put anything below Final Fantasy 3.
Maybe 13.
Maybe 13.
A lot of hate for 13.
I'm so ready to not have to talk about Final Fantasy 3 anymore.
We're done. We will mention it in passing, and we're gonna look to the future. Let's do it.
And moving on. And honestly, again, gotta thank our sponsors for today's episode of Talking Tonberries. This is episode 2 of Talking Tonberries. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It wouldn't be possible.
Thanks for sticking around.
Thanks for sticking around. We're definitely going to be jumping into Final Fantasy IV here shortly, and we'd love to engage with the chat. It's always Final Fantasy with friends because everybody's here with us. But again, we got some hot topics in here too. It'd be great to talk about. But really, gotta thank our sponsors. Gotta thank Sid's Airways. Gotta thank Goldar Sachs Investments, and probably the best sponsor we've ever had.
So honored to have this sponsor. So let's sign off, and we'll put that at the end.
We will see everybody on the other side as we play Final Fantasy IV coming up shortly. Please enjoy a word from our last sponsor. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Oh, hi folks. Didn't see you there. How you doing? Well, since you're here, I'm gonna ask you ever need salt? A normal salt ain't doing it for you? I know I do. Thought so. Maybe you should try Salty Boys brand salt for that extra kick of flavor.
That's good. But now I'm slightly upset. Thanks, Salty Boys.
Made out 100% real world situations streamed onto you online. It's even good for deer hunting. Sure is a lot of deer over there. I should get them for weight. Thank you, Salty Boys. Now I too am slightly upset. There you go, folks. Salty Brand Boys, Salty Boys brand salt for all your salty situations.